Getting it over to the right. Oh, nice. Oh, that was lovely. Well, hello everybody. Today I'm going to see if I can get my clutch switch fixed down at DMC in Dudley. There might be a little confusion about which switch this bike has, or the courier sent the wrong one, but I'm going to have to go down there and find out. So it does start, you know, when I let the clutch off a little bit, it starts fine. So it's no big deal really. It's just that I wanted to get it sorted today so I didn't have to worry about it anymore. Again, it's nice and sunny, a little bit more overcast today though. But it is really blustery still. What's going on with the storms these days? The wind gets you down a little bit when you're on a bike. So I cleaned the bike again this morning from yesterday's fiasco down the lanes. So I won't be doing that again, as in going down the lanes. So I had to give this a little clean this morning. So it's back to shiny. Let's see how long that lasts. Oh, it's blowy. Here we are. Well, there you go guys. So just been in the bike shop. The clutch switch that they ordered, it had the wrong connection ends on it, so they couldn't use that. So they've took mine to bits and give it a good clean, and that seems to have fixed it. They said one of the copper connections was all gunked up, so it probably wasn't making a good connection, and it's now fine. It seems to be absolutely fine now. Awesome. I think it might rain, but I did want to go out and have a quick ride, but it is a bit windy and very grey. What do you reckon? Should we go for a ride, or should we not chance it? Because it looks like it is going to rain. Didn't want to get drowned today after I've just cleaned the bike again. And I don't know what to do. We'll go and have a ride. Yeah, we'll have a ride. So I was thinking that one day I'd like to go back to where I grew up, over in Great Bar in Birmingham. I was actually thinking this morning I could head on over there today and have a look, bit of nostalgia. So I suppose we could have a buzz over there, see what we can see. It's not too far. 8 mile, I would think. 8, maybe 10. And I'm going to stay on the A roads. Don't really want to go down to the motorway. We actually moved over here because my job was just down the road here, so we moved over because the appalling traffic from Birmingham to the Black Country, it was just absolutely awful every day. So we decided to move over to Dudley, so that's why we're in Dudley. Also, the traffic in and around Birmingham, it's absolute hell. It's worse than London, if you ask me. Absolutely terrible. So that used to drive us mad. Every time we wanted to go out in the car, we'd end up having to go through, you know, intersections such as the Scott Arms lights, and you'd be sitting there for 10 or 15 minutes, you know, waiting for your turn to get through, and it used to drive you mad. You couldn't even go down the local supermarket, you know, a couple of miles up the road. Absolutely diabolical. But then coming over here, it used to be pretty quiet here, but now there's thousands of houses that have sprung up over here, and sometimes it's just as bad here that it was in Birmingham. The Black Country traffic now is just awful. And if you want to go to, I don't know, if I've got a meeting down Bristol, to get there in, you know, for 9 o'clock, I have to leave at like 6 in the morning, half 5 in the morning. Otherwise you can't even get down to the motorway here. The motorway is only, what, 4 miles away from my house, and it takes well over an hour in rush hour traffic. Just ridiculous. The mirrors seem to be a little better now. Now I've adjusted them properly. I can still see my right elbow though, so I think I still need to play with that one a bit. But they are a lot better than there was. It's a Saturday as well, so it's going to be quite busy traffic, I would think. Maybe I'll get to do some lane splitting. Won't that be fun? They've changed this. I'm in the wrong lane now. Oh, I think I am. Am I? Maybe. I'm gonna upset an ambulance. Ooh, getting it over to the right. Oh, nice. Oh, that was lovely. Wow, this used to be a 60, this road. Man, I've dropped it down to a 40. Dual carriageway, look. Proper dual carriageway with the central reserve. Well, not barriers, I suppose. And they've dropped it to a 40. Well, there you go. I haven't been up here for years and years and years. There used to be a, oh god, it's windy. There used to be a diner up along here on the right called the OK Diner, and it was an American diner, and when the kids were young we used to take them there, and they used to love it, absolutely love it. But it didn't last long, unfortunately, and before we knew it, it was gone. I'm thinking if I get maybe a different windshield, is there a double bubble one or double bubble or something it's called, maybe get a higher windshield, I'll get less wind on my face and through the camera, because I bet if I tuck in a little bit I bet the noise goes, doesn't it, the wind? Still a little bit. So yeah, I think the screen I've got at the minute, it's literally facing at my eyeballs, so I think it's hitting me with a lot of wind. So maybe that's something to look into. Trust me, this is far better than going down to the motorway, which is just absolutely ludicrous. Wow, this has all changed as well. Fire station's still there. Oh, nice left-hander, look at that. Oh, beautiful. Oh, I'm enjoying this now. I'm enjoying this a lot more than I was. I'm still in B mode, by the way. A mode is insane. So my last video, I know you probably can't tell on the video, but I did go for it in A little bit, in A mode, and I went a bit quiet afterwards because I had to wait for my thoughts to catch up, which were like you know, a couple of 100 yards behind me down the road somewhere. So A mode was beautiful, but it's not needed for, you know, pootling about on A roads. Not needed at all. So I'm glad they've got a B mode, because it's a lot easier to use the throttle, and the engine braking's nice. If that changes, I'm not sure that changes with the modes, but it doesn't roll off the throttle as quick, so you get slower engine braking, you know, not as much. So I absolutely love it in B mode at the minute. Sure, that'll change in the summer when I'm doing endos and tabletops and wheelies. Oh no, that's on my BMX. Could you do tabletops on a Super Sport? I wonder if anyone's ever done a tabletop on a Super Sport. I've seen endos and wheelies and donuts, you know, the usual stuff, but what about a tabletop? I challenged somebody out there to do one on a Super Sport. Yeah, see what I mean about the Black Country? There's just traffic lights everywhere, and the places where they've put traffic lights, there's some weird staggered junctions. You have to wait and wait and wait. This also used to be a 70, if I remember, this dual carriageway. It's now a 50. Mad places, mad. Nanny state. They must have had some trouble then, or they've put these lights in, which is so they've had to slow the traffic down. There's the motorway. I'd rather be on this road. Any trouble with this road is it ends up at the dreaded Scott Arms traffic lights, and in rush hour, if you have to go that way, and usually people do because they have to get to the city, it's just, it is soul destroying. I remember working in Birmingham and sitting at those lights, my life just ebbing away. Oh, I used to hate it, absolutely used to hate it. And they haven't changed them, they're still the bloody same routine. They haven't been improved, I don't think, at all. But if you're in a car, they're an absolute nightmare. On a bike, obviously, you can, I suppose, lane split down. But in a car, no. So I thought we'd go up and have a look, see if anything's changed from where I grew up. The house that I grew up in, and the shops that I used to hang around at, as you do. And also maybe go up the park. There's a lovely, lovely park where I used to live, up on the Beacon, and I think it's the highest point in the West Midlands. I stand to be corrected on that, but I believe that's what I was told in school. So we may go and have a look up there if it's not too windy. It's going to be well blowy up there, I would think. And my second house was actually here. So my second house was down Appleton Avenue, just to the right there. And so when I left my mum and dad's house, that was the first house I bought on my own. And then my third house is the one I'm in now, which is over in sunny Dudley. I'm going to lane split because these lights are diabolical, absolutely diabolical. Right, I've never done this before, guys, ever. So here we go. Oh, I'm not enjoying this. Idiots like this, look. It doesn't look like there's a lot of traffic, but these lights don't stay on. So, you know, you'll get a few cars over and then they'll change again. They're just terrible. Sorry, mate. Well, at least we got over in one. The guys at the back wouldn't, absolutely no way. And then they'll be sitting there another 10 minutes. They put an Asda Superstore here on a main dual carriageway, and then put traffic lights on to on the dual carriageway. But what they don't do is, when the shop is shut, so when it's closed overnight or over the Sunday night, the lights still change to red when you're on the dual carriageway to let people in and out of the superstore, but it's not open. Why do they do that? Why do they do that? I would fire the project manager who figured that out. So this is the estate I was brought up on. This is the Feasy estate over in Great Bar, Birmingham. My friends used to live all over here, so up there, over there, over here. Had a good friend who lived in that little cul-de-sac, Greenaway, close to the left, and another one there on the right. Oh, God, it brings back memories, this does. Nothing's changed, all the houses are the same. Looks exactly the same. Community centre was here on the right. We used to go down there on a Tuesday night. It's now the Feezy Community Hub, so it probably still is a community centre, which is great. We used to love it in there. And these are the shops we used to hang around, causing trouble, as you do. Wow. Wow, it still looks a bit run down. They've done nothing to it, have they? My friend used to live here on the corner. My other friend down there. Wow, this is... oh, this is weird. This is so weird. Nothing's changed, just the cars are newer. Everything else is the same. Wow, and one of my best friends used to live here just on the left. I haven't seen them for years. It's funny how you lose touch with people over the years. You know, distance does that, doesn't it? Cheers, mate. Cheers. And just here, that house there, the white one, that's the house I was brought up in. Number 91. And all my friends lived up here on the right and on the left. My best friend in all the world, I had a couple of best friends. My major best friend lived here on the top of the hill. So Tim, if you're watching, hello buddy. Sorry I haven't seen you for a long time, mate. But life does take over, doesn't it? Then up here was the park. I don't think you can... I had a look on Google Maps, I don't think you can actually drive into the park anymore. The little Feezy park, so we'll bypass that one and we'll go... we could go up to the beacon like I mentioned earlier. Wow. We used to jump the railings to the school there on the weekends. Go and play footy and other things. Wow, I can still remember every single name and every house of all the kids I used to knock around with. That's just so weird. These days I can't remember what happened last week, so I have to video everything to remind me. Wow, crazy man. This is a 30-mile-an-hour limit now. This used to be a 60. Why have they changed the speed limit so much? They must have had some big problems to have to do that. I mean, these are back lanes, hardly any traffic on them ever. Why would they drop these speed limits? Oh, what have they done? They closed the bloody road. They've closed the road. What a nightmare. Have to go round, see if I can remember the way. Don't know how long this battery is going to last on the camera. Here we go. So if I go left here, I think I end up swinging back round on the beacon. Of course I'm going back many years. So I could be totally wrong. Just don't want the batteries to run out when I'm when I'm here, because that would be horrible. Wanted to get the journey in. Yeah, I think I'll go left, yes. If I go straight on, I end up in Warsaw. Oh, it's going to be windy up here. So that was the road closure there. But I think there's a little road into the park here, as they've closed the park. Imagine that, second day running I go somewhere and it's flaming closed. Here we are. Yeah, I remember all this. Oh, I used to absolutely love playing up here as a kid. So many places to hide. It was awesome. I also had a really bad experience up here. Was walking home from Warsaw one night after being in the pub, walking through this very car park. There was a few cars lined up, which was a bit peculiar because it was like midnight, something like that, and I didn't hear anything, but behind me some guys jumped out of a car and put I think it was a crowbar around the back of my head and split my head open, and they did the same to my friend for no reason. We didn't speak to them, didn't even look at the cars. It was just one of those random incidents that you think, what the hell happened there? But there you go. Guess what? I never walked home over it after that. Oh look, the dome's still here. Do you think they'll mind if I go up this path and get some pickies with the dome? Oh, it's lovely still. Look at that. That is epic still. Yeah. Let's turn this round. Get some nice pictures. Oh, it's beautiful here. Let's have a look, see if the map's still up here. There used to be a map in the middle, and my friend pulled it out one day, and the next day I went round his house and he had there was a metal one, and he had it on his bedroom wall. But they put a plastic one in there and revisited it in. God, I'm knackered. Highest point in the West Midlands. Lovely, lovely. Should we get some pickies? Oh yeah. Pretty sure I'm not supposed to be here on the bike. But I'm not causing any harm. Let's get some pickies in. Wow, that was awesome. It's been so long since I've been here. I really enjoyed that. Have a look at the view. Look at that. Oh, don't drop it. That's magnificent. I've just had a horrible thought. The road going down from here back to the main road used to be absolutely atrocious, and I'm really hoping they fixed it, because if they haven't, I'm gonna have serious problems here. If I remember right, it was terrible. I've got this horrible feeling that I may about to be coming unstuck. Let's find out. If they haven't upgraded it, I'm not going to enjoy this at all. And it looks exactly the same as it did when I was 10. Oh dear me. Right, concentration mode. Wow. So steep and twisty, this road. Would have to be a right hand bend, wouldn't it? Couldn't be a left hand bend, could it? Oh, I'm going to stop there. This is the one. Man, can't touch the floor, it's that steep. Yep, still awful. Well done, Birmingham City Council, for updating that. Not. Right. Last quick look round, and then we'll get off. So up here is the big school I used to go to. It used to be called Barbeacon Comprehensive. I think it's now a sports college or community school, whatever that means. We used to play football on them fields. Great memories. And I used to live right at the top of that hill. So the house I showed you earlier is right up there, so I used to run it to and from every day to school. I was fit as a fiddle. My junior school was just up here on the right. Yep, there was my junior school, Feasy Park Farm Primary School it's called now. Well, there's not many people about to say hello to, which is a shame. Gonna have a look down the Cat and Fiddle where I used to drink. Wow. There's the cat. Nice pint in a fight every weekend. Oh well, survived it. Barely. And off we go. What do you reckon, lane split? Ooh, that was a heavy one. Wow, it's great having a bike. Oh, until that happens. Great having that mid grunt to get out of trouble like that. No bother. Those dreaded lights again. Someone's had a bad crash over there. This is All Saints Church, I believe. Yeah. Oh look, there's the castle. Dudley Castle. I've been there many times with the kids when I was younger. Lovely place. Got a little chairlift and some old amusements. And there's animals in there, there's a little zoo in there. Lovely place to walk around in the summer, that. You can adopt pets. It's great. Proper castle, that. Station Hotel. I think that's on the most haunted places in the UK, if I remember right. You can do haunted tours there. I haven't done one of those, but man, I'd love to do that. I think there's tunnels that go all under the Station Hotel. I've heard rumour of that anyway. I haven't checked that out, but I think there's tunnels under there that's spread out for miles. And of course we've got the Black Country Living Museum just up the road here, well, down the other road, where they filmed a lot of Peaky Blinders, and there's been a fair few programmes filmed there actually. All the staff wander around in, you know, the proper attire from the time, and you can go in a canal, like a little canal boat, put your feet on the wall and push the canal boat through. There's a little mine in there as well. It's a great little place to walk around, that is. Black Country Living Museum, check that one out. And Dudley Castle, Dudley Zoo and Castle, should I say. Some more of the ruins down here for the castle, if you can see them on the camera. And then just behind them, a big massive manor house. That's where the wife and I got married all them years ago. Beautiful day down at the Priory. So yeah, I've got a lot of attachments to the Black Country these days. It's funny because I always wanted to get back to Birmingham, even though the traffic is rubbish and blah de blah de blah. I did like the place itself, and I like the people. The people are super friendly over in Great Bar, and I do miss that quite a lot. Not that these, you know, the people in the Black Country are not friendly, but Birmingham is more multicultural, and people just seem to get along really well, always willing to help you out. So I do miss the people in Birmingham quite a lot, to be honest. But there you go, we have to move on, don't we? I think a lot of my friends, they still live there on the same estate. Some of my good friends though, they moved away, and I moved away as well. And you keep in touch for a little while, but then, you know, slowly over the years you lose touch. and now it's just, you know, Facebook apparently, but I haven't been on Facebook in, well, it's got to be getting on for 2 years now. I'm just not into that side of social media because it's full of absolute rubbish, and you get all them posts on there which are like, you know, them motivational posters and crap, and the only side you see on Facebook is the good side. You know, you can't really, to keep in touch with people on Facebook, it's not like going around to see them or having a drink with them. You know, you go on Facebook, people only want to post what's fantastic in their lives, you know, as if they've got the perfect marriage, perfect home, perfect this, perfect that. It's not real, you know. It's just, there's no balance on social media. It's either good or nothing. They don't post nothing, and it really doesn't do it for me. I'd rather go see people and say hi, but hey ho. But I am on there, you know, if somebody wants to get in touch. I'm still on the old Facebook, but it's just not my cup of tea really. There you go, what you see is what you get with me, good or bad. And that was it for my little nostalgic ride out to up on the Beacon, Feasy Estate, Great Bar Birmingham. I really enjoyed that. I'm glad my clutch is now working properly, my clutch switch should I say. And I may as well sign off here, guys. Look at this review, look, it's a bit cloudy today, but you can see for miles from up there. Anyway guys, I will catch you in the next Motovlog. Alright, I'll see you in a bit. Bye-bye.